Hey guys, happy holidays! I got this beautiful Elena of Avalor painting here. Let's get started. Before we begin, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to be notified when new videos are released. Thanks! Hey guys, so I always wanted to do a Disney-inspired Christmas painting, and for this piece here, the inspiration actually came from my daughter. We were sitting there and we were watching Elena of Avalor in the Navidad episode, and the part at the end where Elena is walking through the city and she's leading the people on a parade, and they end up in the courtyard where there's this giant, beautiful 30-foot red Christmas tree, and I really wanted to do something with that. Here. I had some trouble just finding an image of Elena in her Navidad dress. Nothing I looked at really was kind of the look that I was going for with this painting. So what I ended up doing was I found this really nice picture of her in just her traditional red dress, but I ended up changing the colors from the red to the golden yellow that she wears for this episode. I'm really happy with how it looks, and definitely going to do stuff like this later on with future Disney princesses and changing how their dresses look. So here, there's so much detail on the flower pattern on her dress, so I ended up having to cheat a little bit, and all I ended up doing was I picked some of the main features of her floral pattern, and I put those on there. And instead, I used the folds that she has in her dress to kind of block some of the other floral patterns. And I'm really happy with how it looks. It looks a lot like it, but if you actually look a little bit harder, you can see it's not quite so accurate. So after I was finished the hand painting of Elena part here, and I was pretty happy with how everything kind of was looking, it was time for the spray painting part. Now for this part here, I wanted to make it very warm and friendly and inviting, someplace that you would really want to spend time with your family. So I used a lot of yellows and oranges for the background, just to really kind of create that glow in behind her. And I was pretty happy with how all that turned out. So after that, it came to the beautiful 30-foot Christmas tree that's in the middle of this courtyard. So for that, it's a lot of reds in there. So I wanted to use that for the Christmas trees and painted off that on the side. And I added some pink just for some variation of the colors. And after that, I went and added black spray paint over top. And then after that, I used a plastic bag and I took any of the excess paint off, and to give the painting, the Christmas tree, some texture here. What I accidentally did was I made it look like the painting, the Christmas tree, was on fire and was burning to a crisp here, which was definitely not what I was intending to do. So I had to go back and I played around with it and use some blacks, and then I had to go use some more reds, just to go back and forth between them, just to really try to get away from a burning tree and more into a Christmas tree here instead. So after that was all done, it was still pretty red and still looked a lot like it was on fire. So I ended up going back with just some acrylic paints instead. And I went and just added some poinsettia leaves on the tree itself. And that turned out pretty well, and I added some sparkles to it just to make it pop a little bit more. But it was still a red on red, so it was very hard to see sometimes unless you were right up close to it. So what I ended up doing was I went back again and added some green leaves around some of the flowers just to break up all the red that was in the tree itself. And that really helped, and that I think was missing on this Christmas tree that I was doing here. And then to top it all off, I went back again and just added a yellow light source in the middle of each flower, and that just kind of really brightened it up, and I was really happy after all that. So then after that, I took a step back, and then I just kind of realized, okay, it's still missing a little bit something there. I really wanted to highlight it more on the tree. So I went back and just kind of added a yellow glow of circles around some of the flowers, and that really seemed to kind of be the thing that put it over the top for me. So after I thought I was done this painting here, I took a few steps back and had a good look at it, and I kind of realized that Elena and the tree look like they're just kind of floating in the air. There's nothing that's kind of just attaching them to the ground. So I took some black and brown and just kind of made some shadows underneath them there. It really did a good job of just helping setting them in place, otherwise like they're just hovering in the air. So after that, it was complete painting. I'm really happy with how this turned out here. So if you guys like the painting, hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'll have more videos coming up here. And happy holidays.